Hi, boys and girls. It's time to read about manatees. And manatees live where I am now, which I live in Florida. And you see manatees off of the coast in the bay in Florida. And they're really cool. They're called sea cows. Aren't they cool? That's a mama manatee and her baby. And Jack's with us again. He's already taking a little nap there. And we're going to learn about manatees. Yesterday we learned about the desert, the Arizona desert, the Sonoran desert. And now we're going to learn about a very special animal called the manatee. Okay, the title is Manatee Winter. Let's find our title page. Oh, is there a title? There we go. I knew it had to be there. The story, our author today is Kathleen Zofeld. And our pictures, our illustrator today is Stephen Petruccio. Oh, I hope I say those names right. Manatee Winter. Oh, you're going to love these pictures. Look at that. A cold November wind blows, chilling the northwest coast of Florida and stirring up the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Underwater, a huge grayed manatee paddles lazily. Her 6-month-old calf swims by her side. Below them is a tuft of seagrass that sways invitingly, and Mother Manatee stops to browse, and little calf nibbles and waits. Mother rises to the surface, and little calf follows. They reach their noses up the choppy waves to take a breath. Mother is alarmed by the cold air on her nose. Soon the waters will be getting colder too. She must get her calf to warmer waters. No manatee can endure the winter chill of the Gulf. For a calf, the cold is especially dangerous. Mother follows the coastline south for several miles. She and little calf swim steadily until they approach the mouth of a river. Mother knows this well. She has spent many winters basking in the waters there, near the warm spring that wells up from the river bottom, at a place where the river begins. As they turn up the river, little calf nuzzles Mother and squeaks with hunger. She relaxes and lets him nurse and rest. The safety of the warm spring water is not far now. Then, as Mother dozes, little calf wanders off. He begins to nibble at some water weeds near the riverbank, and suddenly, boom! He hears a sharp roar overhead. A dark shadow darts past, and he screams in fear. I wonder what that is. Mother squeals for him to come to her side. Down on the river bottom, just a little way up the river, the dark form slows and then stops. It's a boat. Dropping anchor. And all is quiet. Slowly and carefully they swim over to investigate, nuzzling and rubbing the boat with their muzzles. Tap, 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 thump, thump. The boat makes a strange noise. Startled, Mother stops their exploration. She leads little calf away as fast as their big tails can take them. Besides, now even the river water feels chilly. Mother must get her calf to the warm spring. But the river is busy with boats zooming here and zooming there, and she leads little calf through the maze of activity. Vroom! A boat comes up behind them. Mother screams to little calf, and they dive, thrashing their tails and churning the water into foam. Mother reaches the bottom, safe from the cutting blades of the boat's propellers. Mud clouds the water around her. She peers through the murk. Little Calf has disappeared. She squeaks for him frantically, but the roar of the motorboat drowns her call. Lost and confused, Little Calf looks for a place to hide. He spots a dense clump of water weeds and plunges in headfirst. But he cannot hide in the weeds for long. He must get to the surface for a breath of air. As he works his way up through the weeds, thick stems wind around his flippers and hold on to him fast. Squeak, squeak, he calls for his mother. Mother hears the squeak in the distance and follows his call. She can barely see him struggling in the knot of weeds. She swims closer and nudges him. Encouraged, he wiggles harder, pulling himself through the tangle of the stems. She guides him to the surface for a breath. They press on upriver, Little Calf clinging close by his mother's side. When they finally arrive at the spring, the sun is setting and the air is growing colder. Mother lets herself sink down to the warm, sandy bottom. Little Calf settles comfortably on her tail. They close their tiny eyes and they snooze for a while, basking in the spring's warmth. Every few minutes, they bob up to the surface to breathe. They are tired from their long swim, and the air feels so cold that they huddle near the warm spring all night long. Early next morning, bright rays of sunshine shimmer through the clear blue-green waters. One by one, other manatees have come from far and wide to warm themselves in the waters of the spring. Little Calf follows Mother through the small crowd, and she walks with her flippers along the bottom. Soon he notices some other calves who have just arrived, living alone with his mother all summer in the vast Gulf Coast waters. He's never seen another young manatee before. He bumps a year-old calf with his nose, curious to see what the little manatee will do. They nibble each other's backs in a friendly way, and then they tumble and play. While little calf glides upside down near the bottom, an old bull wakes up and stretches. His big tail swings up and thumps little calf quite by accident. Little calf squeals in surprise. Woo! Mother swims over and gently nudges little calf away from the big sleepy bull. Little calf and his mother kiss and hug. Together they cruise away, exploring every corner of their winter home, always looking for more good plants to eat. Throughout the cold winter, Mother and little calf will remain near the spring. On sunny days, they may venture downriver in search of seagrass, but they never stay away long from the warmth and safety of the spring. And that's the end. Manatees are really great creatures, and boats do have to be very careful to make sure that they don't hurt them. I hope you'll take some time and maybe either on a phone or on a computer, you can Google manatee so that you can see them. There are some zoos or aquariums that have cameras so that you can see them live swimming around. That's really cool. They're really very interesting creatures and very unusual, very unusual. All right, well, have a wonderful day. I hope your Tuesday is terrific, and we'll see you tomorrow.